Well, we're in our driveway, and I want to ask Michael a couple of more questions. So this is part of the interview, part 2. Mike, what do you think about the protesters on Wall Street and all around the country?
Well, what it is people are getting angry, because I was saying about the banks being greedy and wanting to take everything from everybody and every last cent you have. So people are just protesting. They're getting angry. It's not just about unemployment. It's about a lot of things. They're taking down the economy, and they want to kill the economy. And they don't want to help. Congress doesn't want to do anything, Maybe it's mostly the Republicans, or it could be some Democrats too holding it up. But, people are just getting angry. They're going to fight back. So,
do you think the economy could be saved?
Sure it can. We still have the best country in the world. We have the biggest economy in the world.
Do you think President Barack Obama should be reelected?
Yes. I think he deserves another shot. He deserves another chance. So we're certainly going to vote for him again. So,
do you think Barack Obama is the best one to try to help us out of this situation?
Well, I feel right now, as far as out of all the Republican candidates that they have, he'd be the best one. I think he'd be our only hope right now. Because with all of their radical agendas, all they want to do is just take things away from people, And no matter how much taxes we pay, and paying to Social Security, paying to Medicare, and they want to take that away,
Do you believe Social Security and Medicare are entitlement programs?
Well, I guess what they call them entitlements, but we're paying taxes. We're putting money into the system that I'm expecting to get, which I'm entitled to. Yeah, I'm entitled to it because I'm putting money into it. We're paying tax into a system that maybe in the future, and I got another 19 years, and I might not even get what I'm supposed to get out of it.
Do you think privatizing these programs is the right move?
No.
And why not?
Because if they want to privatize Social Security, for example, and they're going to put it into a fund like on Wall Street, again, they're going to give all this money, trillions of dollars, and give it to Wall Street to let them invest it. So when the stocks go down, there goes your retirement money.
Do you think it was the right thing for them to borrow against the so-called entitlement programs?
No. I think they should have just left it alone. If they owe something like $4 trillion back to Social Security, they should make sure that's paid. Because if it's supposed to go another 20 years, they have to make sure it can go even longer than that. And Medicare, maybe Medicare's a little different. But still, people are putting money into it. I've been paying tax into it when I was working, and when I'm going to start working again.
Do you feel defeated?
No. I just, I'm frustrated. Because I see that we have a president that's trying to help, and Congress keeps holding them back. So at least, if they feel like they're not happy with his policies, but they're not trying to help him to try to make them better, because he's willing to sit down and work with people, and they're not willing to work with him. So that's the only reason why I would feel defeated, because of that, because I'm frustrated, because I'm seeing that they have it right in their hands right now to be able to do something, and they don't want to do anything.
Okay, with both of us, I feel like I'm carrying the burden, but you're the one that's carrying the mental responsibility for both of us. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating, and I understand, It's hard to say that, since I'm not bringing in any income now, to say that I'm carrying any burden, because it doesn't feel that way. But as far as I'm just as responsible to make sure that, we could pay the bills and put food on the table, So.
Do you think it's policies or personal vendetta against the president, against Barack Obama?
Well, I see a lot of it as being personal. I think because of who he is. You know, maybe just because he's a Democrat, just in general. Republicans don't want to work with Democrats, and Democrats don't want to work with Republicans. If there was a Republican president, the Democratic Congress would stop him doing things too. So it's more personal, I think, than politics. But it's both.
Is it personal because the color of his skin? And how do you, do you feel that?
Well, I would see some have said that, in some ways that it's because of who he is. So, and it could be, maybe there's a little racial tone to it. I'm not going to call everybody a racist in politics, but, there have been some that have been questionable.
Do you feel that religion should play a part in becoming the President of the United States, whether he's a Muslim, a Mormon, a Jewish person, a Catholic person? Do you feel that?
The only way I would say that is because if their agenda is to push their religion onto the American people, and then it shouldn't be involved. No, any religion shouldn't be involved.
So, for argument's sake, Barack Obama was born in the United States, and if he was a United States citizen and he was a practicing Muslim, or he was a Buddhist, or he was a Catholic, or he was a Jewish person, that should not come into it.
No.
To becoming the President of the United States.
No, I don't feel that, because that's not a requirement. The requirement is you got to be a natural-born citizen, which I feel Obama's, our president was born in this country. I believe that. Whatever religion he is, even though he's a Christian. But if people want to believe that he's a Muslim or whatever, but still, that shouldn't have anything to do with, that's something personal that doesn't have anything to do with the country. So.
And what other thoughts do you have about this whole situation?
I don't know. It's just very, very frustrating. And you listening on the TV, and everybody has their own point of view about how they feel about politics. And I never really got into politics until really President Obama. When he started running, he got everybody,
motivated,
electrified.
To get off their butts. And
he got everybody to get off their butts.
To do something.
Yeah, so that's, I never was really involved in politics. I never paid attention before.
Either was I. Now, when we watch MSNBC and we see people putting down the president, which they're really on the left, what do you feel about that?
Well, I get very angry because they're being very unfair. Because a lot of them are twisting the truth, and even Democrats, and even some of these liberal pundits, if you want to call them, and they're being very unfair to this president because they don't understand him. Obviously, that's what they say. So.
Do you think they don't understand him because the color of his skin? Is that what they're saying?
Well, it could be. It could be. I'm not going to say all of them are like that, but it could be. They don't, they can't understand.